second. We'll see what happens. Who's got on their game hat? Doreen has on their game hat.
Yeah.
The fact is, everybody's going to have to work pretty hard to beat Barbara Katz.
Oh my God.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't think this hat's going to work against Barbara, but I thought I'd give it a shot.
It's worth a shot.
Okay.
You can't necessarily beat it. So, all right. So we're gonna show the live screen. Just make sure. Okay, so that is working. All right.
I don't know how you chime in. Now I got the Zoom in front of the crowd.live over here.
You do?
Yeah, I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone with Crowd Live. Okay, it went in the corner.
Yeah, that's me. That's me doing that. So
Oh,
I can move it from the corner to the main. So that
Okay, he moved it to
I'm not. I'll probably just end up watching, unless
Okay.
Larry does it from his end. He might do it from his end.
He might do it from his end. So I'm just for a second going to show you what this looks like if we do have the stream the full stream here, so you can see me on your phones. So those of you who are on your phones, you will be able to see me on your phones, which is crazy. If you want to hear me on your phone, you would hit that little unmute button, which I'm going to stop because then it would give me feedback. So you'll be able to do the whole thing on your phone if you want to. I will keep myself in the corner whenever possible, but so
Mike in the corner.
I'm going to be Mikey in the corner. I'm going to set myself back to the corner.
I am not answering you right
Setting
now.
myself back to the corner. So we're going to start the game. If everybody's ready to start, we're going to do.
No.
Oh, well, let's get ready.
No,
We're going to do
fine.
6 rounds of trivia tonight. We're going to have a break. We're going to enthusiastically cheer on everybody who's participating. It's going to be amazing. Thank you, Freema. I'd encourage you to mute yourself when you're not talking, just for everybody's sanity. And if you have, I'll try to give a pause between the questions, but remember, when a question's on the screen, you only have 20 seconds to answer it. So we're going to have 6 rounds. It's going to be different topics. Our first round is going to be about airlines, because we're all thinking about like getting back to traveling again. So our first round is going to be about airlines. Go ahead and click that link in the chat, or
Who can't get on?
with your phone, scan the code that you see in scan to join there.
I've got it.
Okay. So I'm going to give everybody a couple seconds.
Mike, I
Got
put
my
it in
water.
the browser on my iPad. That should work, right?
Yeah, it should work.
Okay.
So you can go to crowd.live and enter the code 9DTPV, or you can just scan that little QR code in the corner. These, by the way, these little 2D barcodes, these have been around for a long, long time, these QR codes, but you're starting to see them more and more in restaurants now, so that they don't have to hand out paper menus. They'll just put a QR code on the table in a little stand, and that way everybody can scan it and get their own menu on their phone. Innovation. We love to see it. Just a reminder, our reigning Share It Trivia champion is Barbara Katz. Barbara, do you have any competition tips for everyone participating here tonight?
So, I think you're putting a lot of pressure on me.
Okay, fair point.
My tip is answer quickly. Even if you don't know the answer, just put in an answer.
Her tip is answer quickly. I love it. Okay. Well, with that, we are going to get rolling. I am going to get ready to start our countdown. We have 20 seconds until we are live with our first round of questions.
Okay.
And again, these are all going to be about the airline industry and travel.
You want me to mute?
I would love it if you muted. That'd be great. All right, here we go. Question number 1. Due to factors such as bankruptcy and mergers, all of these airlines have been permanently grounded. Which one was the last to remain airborne? Was it Eastern, Song, TED, or TWA? Your 30-second countdown starts now. I see all the answers coming in. 13 total answers. 14. All right, we've got 17 seconds left. I'm going to check these other questions to see how much time we have set for them. Oops, sorry, that was my mistake. I apologize. I did not mean to. All right, I'm going to start that question again. If you did not already answer, I'm going to give you a whole fresh 20 seconds because I messed it up. It's a good rehearsal, everybody. Great dress rehearsal. We'll see you tomorrow night for the real show. No, okay. So 14 total answers. Looks like we have 14 players, or possibly as many as 20. So just remember, everybody has a chance to answer every question. There's no penalty for guessing wrong. So go ahead and throw in an answer if you know it. Okay. Let's take a look at those live answer results. It looks like most people answered TWA was the last one to remain airborne. Sad to say, the correct answer was TED. TED was a little known budget airline, but it was the last to remain in operation of these. Show of hands, who flew Eastern as a kid and rode the Disney World ride, If You Had Wings, which was sponsored by Eastern. Yes, thank you. I was one of my favorite rides when I was a kid. I loved it so much. Okay. So we're going to stop this question. And I guess I didn't want to do that. And the fact is nobody got any points for that. So we're going to move on to the next question. Question number 2. I don't think everybody can hear the audio. Hold on. So let me make sure that I'm sharing that with sound, because every now and then we're going to have these little sound clips and I don't want everyone to miss them. So of course that was a famous clip from the movie Airplane. And what was the name of the fictional and ill-fated airline in the classic aviation comedy Airplane? Was it Infinity Airlines, Trans-American Airworld Systems, or American Travelways? Your 30 seconds starts now. Let's see. 10 answers. 11. 16. This is good. This is good. All right. So I think we have 16 people. We are going to show the live answer results. So far, it's pretty mixed. But guess what? The correct answer was Trans-American. 5 people got that right. Congratulations. And we have Mara in first place now, followed by Jeff, Fran, and Sam, and then the rest of the crew. All right, good to know. Let's pull down our leaderboard and move to question 3. The world's oldest airline is also the most punctual, with more than 85% of its flights departing on time. By what 3-letter name is this Dutch airline commonly known? 30 seconds. This one you have to type in. So type the 3 letters. And if you don't know them, make them up. Interesting. I can see them coming in. We're going to have more questions this time around that do involve typing. So get comfortable with the idea of typing quickly on your phone. You'll see one of our categories later on is all typing. It's going to be very exciting.
Excuse me, Mike.
Yes, Helene.
Can you type in chat?
No, you have to type it in the game interface
okay.
in the crowd live.
Okay.
Typing it in chat will not. In fact, typing it in chat will give it away to everybody else. So congratulations on doing that. You typed it in chat in such a way that you were correct, but you gave everybody else a chance to get it. So the results, almost everybody, or 80% of you got that right. Fran and Sam now in first place. Congratulations, Fran and Sam. All right. Let us move on to question 4. In what year did Delta become the first American airline to ban smoking on all worldwide flights? Was it 1987, 1991, 1995, or 1999? Let's see. I'm trying to remember this myself. Remember the smoking section? Boy, good times. 87, 91, 95, or 1999. There's no option for in the 2000s. 7 seconds. Interesting. So we are pretty mixed again, but the correct answer was 1995. 6 of you got that right. Congratulations. Which takes us to our leaderboard. Jeff pulling ahead. We'll see how long he can hold on to first place. He's only 11 points ahead of Jesse, Fran, and Sam, bringing up third place. Okay, here we go. Question number 5. To which major airline based in the United States, does this logo belong? Well, okay. Let's see how everybody does. Interesting. Taking a look here as it comes in. We have more of a spread than I would have thought. We have several people who did not think it was, in fact, American Airlines. It is American Airlines. It's the modern logo, not the AA. The AA probably would have been a little bit of a giveaway. We didn't want to do that. All right. Good job, everybody. Let's take a quick look at the leaderboard again. Fran and Sam pulling into first place, with the Schaefers making a big move up into second place. Nicely done. All right. Question 6. If you see this logo on the tail of your international flight, which airline are you flying? 30 seconds. I can say that I have flown this airline at least once. All of these, by the way, fine airlines to fly. But there's one in particular that has this logo. Interesting. This is far more distributed. We've really got a wide range of potential answers here, but I hate to say it, the correct answer is Lufthansa, the German national carrier. Yes, grunt of pain. And Mara has pulled up into first place with a pretty wide almost 30-point margin. Interesting. Okay, 2 more questions in this category, and then we'll take a break. Question number 7. Not just a phrase said by Homer Simpson, the airport bearing the 3-letter designation DOH is found in the capital of which or what Middle Eastern nation? Is it Kuwait, Qatar, Yemen, or the UAE? 30 seconds. I've not been to any of these airports, or this airport in particular. But DOH is certainly a major hub for travel to and from the Far East. 7 seconds. All right, this one, I think we have a clear winner, which is the fact, yes, Qatar is it, and we had almost half of the participants got that one right. It's located in Doha International Airport, which is Qatar's capital city. And let's move on. All right, question 8. This is our last Friendly Skies question. As of 2021, the world's longest direct nonstop flight, lasting just over 18 hours, goes from New York City's Kennedy Airport to Changi Airport, located in what country? 30 seconds. Believe me, I like a long flight as much as the next guy, but I would not want to do this unless I was in business class.
I'm complaining.
Excuse me? Listen.
I put the right answer and it put down the wrong answer, and it's not fair.
Barbara, I respect your pain, but we got to go with what the system tells us. Yeah, you gotta be careful, because when the question loads, sometimes the buttons will shift. So wait until the question fully loads. We definitely discovered this last time. Yes, for those who chose Singapore, you were right.
Yeah.
Good job. Sorry, Barbara.
I had tickets to Changi Airport that I had to cancel.
Oh my
I know where that is.
Well,
So-
and that wraps up our round of airport questions and airline questions. The rankings, Mara taking the lead, 463 points, 5 of 8 correct answers. Jeff getting 4 of 8, 367 points, and Jesse holding up third place with 365 points. Great job, everybody. Our next round is we're gonna step away from travel, and we're gonna talk about movies, specifically one movie, Dirty Dancing. Jennifer Grey, Patrick Swayze, Jerry Orbach, set in the Catskills. Incredible film, of course. Everybody loves it. But did you know the fun facts that we're going to be talking about in just a moment? Let's get started with the next round. Everybody ready? Got your beverages? Here we go. On to the next round. And we're going to do our 10-second countdown for this one. Times are all mixed up. Okay, question number 1. Hungry Eyes. In the film story, which character would have been the father of Penny's baby? Would it have been Johnny, Robbie, Tito, or Stan? 20 seconds this time. All right. Which one of these people is the father of Penny's baby? 50% of you said it was Robbie. Would have been Robbie. That is correct. Good job, everybody. Tito, not. I don't think there's a Tito in the film. Johnny, definitely not. Johnny is suspected of being the potential father, but it's not true. All right. On to the next question. Though the character of Baby is a teenager in the movie, how old was actress Jennifer Grey when she won the role? And this is going to be a typed question, so get your typing fingers ready. And you have 20 seconds starting now. Hungry eyes, I look at you and I can't disguise. 8 seconds. And I appreciate whoever is shaking a martini. You are in the spirit. All right. What are we gonna see here? We're gonna see a bunch of 24s, a 22, a 26, 19. The correct answer, 26. 2 of you got that right. Good job. Jennifer Grey, of course, the daughter of Broadway legend Joel Grey, who was the Tony Award-winning director of the Yiddish Fiddler on the Roof, among, of course, also starring in Cabaret. All right. Good job, everybody. Next question. Which song is playing during this famous Dirty Dancing scene, The Lift? Is it I Had the Time of My Life, Cry to Me, Hungry Eyes, or She's Like the Wind? No humming. Here we go. 20 seconds. I will say that I have tried to do this move, and it is not easy.
With Rabbi Heidi?
You've gotten as much out of me on this topic as you're going to, Joni. I'm sorry.
So you're not going to tell us if you were the one jumping?
If I was the
one catching?
lifter or the liftee? Yeah, no, I'm not going to share that either. So the results are almost everybody said, I've had the time of my life. That is the correct answer. Very, very good. Famously, I've had the time of my life. And let's just, we'll go through question 4 in this round, then we'll check in on the standings. Next question. Dirty Dancing takes place at upscale Catskills, New York resort Kellerman's during the summer of what year? Is it 1953, 1963, 1973, or 1983? 20 seconds. I have strong opinions about this. Mostly having to do with the fact that if Dirty Dancing was taking place in 1983, the wardrobe for the movie would be extraordinarily different. Most people said 1963. That is, in fact, the correct answer. Good job. 1983 and 1973 would have been very, very different movies, have to say. All right, let's take a quick look at our rankings for this round. For this round, Jeff is in first place, 3 out of 8. Eric Platt in second place, and Fran and Sam in third place. At the end of this round, we will take a look at the cumulative game-wide standings. Good job. Let's move on to question number 5. Jennifer Grey won season 11 of Dancing with the Stars with which dance partner? Was it Mark Ballas, Maxim Chermikovsky, Tony Dovolani, or Derek Huff? 20 seconds. By the way, I was this many years old when I learned how to correctly pronounce Derek Huff. I thought it was How. It is not How, it is Huff. And it is also the correct answer. Good job for the 7 of you who got that. Well done. Is that, I don't know who that's pointing. I don't watch Dancing with the Stars. But anyway, moving on to the sixth question. Patrick Swayze, not only an actor and also a noted recording artist, which of these songs from Dirty Dancing did he sing? Was it Hungry Eyes, In the Still of the Night, Cry to Me, or She's Like the Wind? 20 seconds. Hungry eyes. I can't help it. It's stuck in my head. One look at you, can't disguise. I got hungry eyes, which was not the correct answer at all. It's She's Like the Wind. It's Patrick Swayze's song on the soundtrack. Good job, the 8 of you who got that correct. All right, question number 7. Finish this famous Dirty Dancing line. Nobody puts baby in the blank. This is a typed answer. Nobody puts baby in the blank. You are going to have 20 seconds to type this word, starting now. Honestly, not a line that really makes a whole lot of sense, but it's
Hamper.
legend.
Hamper.
The hamper. The drawer. It's not diaper. Let's see what people said. 6 of you, nobody puts baby in the former. Interesting. Playpen, doghouse, wrong. Well, in the corner, I would love to give you points for that, but the blank is only for corner because in the is already in the sentence. And
Boom, boom.
I could tell from your expression, Pam, that you did not accept that constraint, but that is a fact.
Mike, can I blame Swipe on this? Can I blame autocorrect?
Sure, you can blame whoever you want, but you don't get the points, so that's okay.
Not only that, Mike, but I use this expression all the time.
Who doesn't? It's a great expression. It's like nobody puts baby in the corner. Nobody puts Esther in the corner, I think is what we're gonna do a Dirty Dancing Purim spiel next year. All right. Final question for this round. Here we go. In Dirty Dancing, Patrick Swayze plays the resort's working class dance instructor, Johnny Blank. Is it Johnny Castle, Johnny Winter, Johnny Jones, or Johnny Fever? 20 seconds. Patrick Swayze. Johnny Castle, Johnny Winter, Johnny Jones, or Johnny Fever? 5 seconds remaining. I just want to say for whoever said Johnny Fever, Johnny Fever, of course, is the character played by Howard Hessman on WKRP in Cincinnati, Dr. Johnny Fever. The correct answer here is Johnny Castle. Johnny Castle. That's who we were looking for. So let's take a look at the leaderboard rankings for this game. DJA 1027. I'm not even sure who that is. Congratulations, though, DJA.
That's Doreen, Jerry, Aaron. No, we got
good.
1027.
I love it. Thank you for sharing your password with us. We appreciate it.
Not really.
And
It's a
good luck
I know it's just your anniversary. I'm just teasing you. Jeff in second place for that round, and Fran and Sam in third place. Our cumulative score, Jeff leading the way by over 100 points with 921. Mara in second with 776, and Sam in third with 771. We've got a long way to go, but just going to take a quick break and remind you all that although this is a free event sponsored by Brotherhood, and which I am thrilled to be able to bring to you, we actually do have to pay for the use of the Crowd Live platform. This is something that Brotherhood is able to sponsor for the whole temple. The youth group's able to use it. The other affiliates are able to use it. But if you have a moment this evening and you felt compelled to go to bashert.org/donate, you would be able to throw us a few shekels to support the work of Brotherhood and give us a little lift up in providing this wonderful trivia. I just want to point out that when you do go to bashert.org/donate, if you are a member, please log in. If you don't know how to log in, talk to me after the trivia. We'll make sure you have the ability to do that. But this is your Shul Cloud account. You can log in. This will automatically make sure your donations are associated with your temple account. If you're, of course, feel free to put in your name, your email, and your phone number and go ahead and donate there. But thank you for bearing with our brief commercial. I certainly appreciate your support. I know Brotherhood does too, and we'll come back to that a little bit later on. By the way, not for nothing, we have some amazing fundraisers coming up. We'll talk a little bit more about those in later rounds. But anything that Brotherhood raises tonight that is above and beyond what it costs us to put on the program, we will be putting towards some of the other fundraising goals, including the stained glass restoration, which we'll talk about a little later. And Pam, I know Pam is going to be thrilled to talk about all the good stuff we have coming up, including Nefesh Mountain. We'll talk about that soon. All right, back to the game. Who is ready for round 3? Don't all shout at once. I know you're all ready for round 3. Round 3 is going to be science or fiction. Science or fiction. So we're living in a world where amazing things are happening all the time, astonishing developments, inventions, technology of all sorts. But sometimes we can get confused about what is real and what is made up. So this round is going to be all about science or fiction, whether or not you can tell them apart. So let's get started. 10 seconds. This is an 8-question round. All right. Lightning does, in fact, strike the same place twice. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, what location has the highest number of, lightning strikes per square kilometer? Is it Mount Pinatubo in the Philippines, Kamchatka Peninsula in Russia, Lake Maracaibo in Venezuela, or Wellington, New Zealand? 20 seconds. I have only been to one of these places. But they all sound very exotic. So, one of these is a volcano, one of them is in Siberia, one of them is the capital of New Zealand, but the correct answer is Lake Maracaibo in Venezuela. We had 7 people got that one right. This was a tough one. All right, moving on to the next question. Wood usually floats, but metal doesn't always sink. Which of these metals would float in water? Is it mercury, potassium, aluminium, or magnesium? Which one of these is less dense and will float in water? It's an excellent question. So, fun fact about this metal, not only will it float, interesting, not only will it float, it will also react rather explosively. The answer is potassium. Potassium is lighter or less dense than water. Interesting. Mercury, I'm fascinated that all of you said mercury, or those of you who said mercury said mercury. Mercury is quite heavy. It is a very, very heavy substance or dense substance, and it will sink. But you shouldn't try that because it's also poisonous. All right, next question. What is the name of the now defunct late 2000s technology startup that fraudulently claimed to have a new rapid blood test that required an extremely small amount of blood? Is it Theranos, Argetis, Stratotest, or Rapid Line? There's a quite good book written about this company, and there is also an HBO documentary based on that book. Those of you who remember this company will remember the CEO of the company, Elizabeth Holmes, always wore a distinctive Steve Jobs-esque black turtleneck and spoke in a very low, growly voice. The answer is Theranos. Theranos is the company that had the never quite real testing technology. But 9 of you got that right. Congratulations. Okay, question number 4. A quick fix miracle drug being sold as a cure-all that doesn't actually work is often referred to as what? Is it elephant oil, fish oil, snake oil, or leech oil? 20 seconds. I don't know if that's oil of Robin Leach or meant to be leech with 2 E's. Let's assume the latter. Champagne wishes and caviar dreams. What did people say? Most people said snake oil. Most people were correct. Thank you, nobody, for saying leech oil. Yes, snake oil is commonly what we call a fake cure-all. Question 5. Treatments like bloodletting and purges were once associated with keeping the body's humours in balance. Which of these is not one of the 4 humours? Is it black bile, urine, blood, or yellow bile? Which one of these is not one of the 4 humors in classical medicine? 20 seconds. 16 people have answered. Interesting spread. So, like the elements of ancient alchemy, these were what people thought were the important substances. Most people here said black bile. Excuse me. The correct answer is actually urine. Pardon me. I think my humors are a little out of whack. Urine was not one of the 4 humors. I think the 4th one was lymph, but I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to look it up. In any event, well, maybe I have it down here. No, I don't. I did not make a question note on this question, so I don't remember. All right, good job, those 5 of you. Let's take a quick look at the in-round leaderboard. Eric Platt, killing it, so to speak, here on the science or fiction. Barbara in 2nd place with 374, and Matt Holland coming up in 3rd place with 294. Jeff in 4th place right behind them, so that may have an effect on the cumulative ranking. Let's go to question 6. Contrary to belief, the North Star is not the brightest star in the sky, measured by the apparent brightness from an observer on Earth, other than the sun, which would be the brightest star in the sky. What star is or appears to be the brightest? Is it Canopus, Vega, Rigel, or Sirius? Astronomy question. We'll find out how many astronomy buffs we have. And it looks like quite a few. 5 seconds. So famously, I'm not sure it is popular belief that the North Star is the brightest. It's just the North Star. Most of you said Sirius, and I'm being serious when I tell you that most of you are right. Sirius, the dog star, is the brightest star in the night sky in the northern hemisphere. I think anywhere, truth be told. Good job. 15 of you got that right. All right. Question 7, second to last question. The first vaccine for polio was created by which scientist in 1950? Was it Michael Underwood, Andrew Wakefield, Jonas Salk, or Robert Sears? 20 seconds. Close my window a little bit, lest I catch a draft. Vaccines. Of course, there were 2 polio vaccines famously created, the injectable and the oral vaccine. This was the original one, which almost everyone got correct. Yes, Jonas Salk created the original polio vaccine. Sabin was the scientist and physician who created, I'm pretty sure, created the oral vaccine. Tell me if I'm wrong. Nobody's telling me I'm wrong, so that's good. I like that. I haven't been looking at the chat. What do we see? What are we saying here? Oh, Pam saying boo. The fourth humor is knock knock jokes. Ellen lost her connection. Is D misspelled? Yes, it was. Ellen, did you get in? Okay, good.
I did.
Albert
Thank you.
Sabin.
Thank you, Alan. Oh, Alan, we have a category for you coming up.
Maybe I should have stayed back at my game then.
No. You're good. We're glad you're here. All right. Final question for science or fiction. Just because fish live in water doesn't mean they're not animals. In which phylum of the animal kingdom would you find fish? Is it Chordata, Entoprocta, Tardigrada, or Arthropoda? Brush up your Latin. 20 seconds. The phylum that fish are in is one of these. It also happens to be one that they share with us. It is the animals who have backbones or spinal cords. Chordata is a phylum where all of the animals with backbones live, and that is us and the fishies. Hello, fishies. All right, good job, everybody. Let's see the rankings for this round. Eric P. holding it down, 590 points. Barbara in second place with 566. Jesse in third place with 560. And our cumulative rankings, Jeff still out in front by 100 or so points. Jesse in second and Sam in third. Well, it's a good thing we have a couple more rounds for everybody to get some more points and see if they can knock him off his perch. Interestingly, Jeff is in first place with only 15 of 51 questions so far answered correctly. Impressive.
Can we bring Dirty Dancing back?
We can bring anything back. We could bring
I
sexy back.
that movie 7 times. I would get more right.
Mike, haven't we only had 24 questions?
We've only had 24. This is 51 across the entire round.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, the entire game. Yeah, you're right. As I was reading that, I realized that was misrepresenting it. So yes, you're doing quite well. We're all doing
another thing I'm right about, right, Mike?
Doreen, we can have an all Dirty Dancing trivia night at some point, or all movie trivia night, classic films, and we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that for the next time. Cool. So before we head to the next round, another word from our sponsors. I do want to remind everybody that we are working on a fundraising program to help restore our beautiful stained glass windows in the sanctuary. As many of you know, these windows they're incredible, they're beautiful, but they are also in desperate need of restoration and repair. The investment to do that is substantial. We are working on several pathways to get funding, but one of the most important is the contributions of congregants and friends of the temple like you. If you have not yet signed up for our Nefesh Mountain benefit concert at bashert.org/Nefesh Mountain, please go check it out. It's going to be amazing. Nefesh Mountain is fantastic. We just sent out an email last week, or actually we haven't sent that email yet, Pam, have we? We were going to on Monday and we didn't send it. And by we, I mean me.
No, the one, we sent a different one out with an example of Nefesh Mountain music that played yesterday for the people who haven't heard of it. Apparently, there are people who haven't, but I don't think those are our audience right now. So the
That's
other
true.
email will be, the other email you have prepared should go out on Monday.
Fantastic. So this is a great opportunity to tell your friends, share.org/Nefesh Mountain. Come check it out. This is going to be an incredible situation here. We're not yet on their tour page. We should be, but they're doing all these virtual shows. They're playing Beth Elohim. They're playing Beth Chaim. They're playing Beth Schwartz. I don't know who that is, but they're playing all the Beths. They're playing all their Beths. And we are, yes.
Can we just put it on our temple account, or do we have to pay with the credit card?
You can put it on your temple account, as a matter of fact. If you go to the benefit concert, hey, let me show you how I would do that. So if I log in here, we get a demo along with this. This is fantastic. So if I'm logged in to ShulCloud here, I can come down and say, I would like to. I'm going to do it for free, but if I wanted to do a $36 admission, I shouldn't have checked that box. If I do a $36 admission, I could say bill to my account and confirm and continue. You can bill it right to your temple account, and it'll be on your bill.
That is great.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
If you donate higher, then there are perks involved. You can get a free download. You can get a free CD. You can have the artist acknowledge you during the concert. You can get a T-shirt. All these perks are available depending on the limit. I'm wondering, Mike, if we should do a pool to see when Donnie's going to have the baby. I keep praying that she doesn't have it.
I didn't know she was pregnant. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God! Yeah, she's due in June.
Good to know. Well, I'm hoping she can keep it together until May, or until the beginning of May. That would be amazing. That would be an interesting postponement if that happened. Of course, Donnie is Mama Donnie, who has played for our religious school families several times before. She's amazing. She's delightful. She's fantastic. All right. Any other questions? Should we get back to the game? Should we get back to the fun? Let's get back to the fun. So our next round is a little different. It's a little something special. Over the past few days, on the collaborative social site Reddit, a number of people have been talking about the fact that there are Bible stories that feel like they could fit into headlines beginning with the words Florida man. That you could summarize a lot of Bible stories with the Florida man type story. So for this round, we've got 8 headlines about fictional Florida people, Florida men or Florida women, that are actually about characters in the Bible. You're going to have to type in the name of who you think it is. And there's going to be a little bit of guessing involved. I'm not going to lie. But hopefully it'll be clear enough that you know who it is and you can type their names. This is both a test of your headline comprehension and your biblical knowledge. Makes sense? Thought so. Here we go. Ready for this round. We have a 10-second countdown. Oop, I got to go back to question 1. There we go. That would have been bad. Okay. Question number 1. Florida man in dispute with family gets thrown in well. Type your answer now. I promise to shout the headlines. All right. What do we have? Joseph, 50% is correct. Joseph or Jacob or who? Yes, Joseph was thrown in the well by his brothers. Absolutely. Good. I see that you're getting this. This is excellent. All right. Ready for the next question?
I meant Joseph, but I guess I didn't type properly.
This is hard. This typing is hard. Absolutely. I will give you partial credit with a K, Eric, for that answer. All right, on to question 2. Here we go. Question 2. Indeed. Florida man evades border control, leads refugees through dry seabed. Dry seabed. Interesting. Eight answers, 11 answers, 15 answers. Good job. Let's see the answers. See these live answers. Wow. Very impressive. Yes, of course. Joni says nobody puts Kosef in a former. Funny. The correct answer, of course, yes, is Moses was the person who led the refugees through the dry seabed. All right, get those typing fingers ready for question 3. Florida man regrets haircut. Who do you think it is? Five seconds. Samson, correct. Samson, I don't think I'm not sure. I don't think we can give you credit for that. Samson is the person who regretted the haircut. Good job, everybody, picking that up. All right, question 4. Florida man claims a gourd is his only friend. Florida man claims a gourd is his only friend. This is going to be interesting. Who picked it up? Jonah, Job, Abraham. We were thinking, Tom Hanks, good job. We were thinking of Job. The three of you got that. The end of the story of Job. He's sitting under a gourd that grows up overnight, and it's his only friend, and then it withers, and then he's sad. And God remonstrates with him. All right, moving on to question number 5. Type in fingers. Florida man trades soup for large inheritance. Had to be some pretty good soup. I hope anybody who's joining us from Florida does not feel offended by any of this. I apologize in advance, or possibly too late. Let's see those answers. Esau, very good. And hopefully let me just make sure I set that as the correct answer. Okay, I neglected to set a correct answer here, so I apologize. I'm going to set it correctly. Oops. It should not be Jacob. It should be Esau. So I messed that up. It could be either Jacob or Esau. It was definitely not Isaac or Abraham. So anybody who said Jacob or Esau, I'm giving you credit. I meant to say Jacob, but yeah, it's Jacob who's trading the soup. It's Esau who is giving the inheritance. But okay, good job to those of you who said that. Yeah, okay. If I only mess up 1 or 2 questions, we're in good shape. Okay. Question number 6. Florida man hoarding animals because of weather. Hoarding animals because of weather. I can see that most of you are on the right track with this one. 2 seconds. Yep. Good job, everybody. Noah is absolutely correct. He was the person hoarding animals because of the weather. But he's not a Florida man. All right. 7th question. Florida man blames statues for property damage. Florida man blames statues for property damage. This is perhaps a deep cut. Oh, I see a misspelled one. I'm going to give you credit for that. Okay. Abraham, absolutely correct. Abraham and the idols. That's the story. Told his father the idols did it. little jerk. We've all had that kid who's their own lawyer. It's like, well, but if you see, if it please the court. No, it doesn't please the court. Get your act together, kid. All right. Question number 8. This is the last question in Florida Man, and it is a Florida woman question. It is also a little bit tricky. It's a little bit more obscure, and we'll explain why when we get through it. Florida woman has drunken romp with headless general. Florida woman has drunken romp with headless general. Interesting. Little bit all over the map. Oh, wow. Okay, this is great. We had so many different ones, but I did get the answer I was looking for from at least a couple of people, which is Judith and Holofernes. Now, number one, obviously there's other stories that could maybe fit with this, but she's the one who cut off the general's head. Number two, this is depending on how you package the Bible, what you consider canon. The story of Judith and Holofernes the book of Judith may fall in or out of the Bible. It's not part of the Tanakh, but it is a commonly referred to story. It's actually, interestingly enough, part of the Catholic Bible, but not part of the Protestant Bible. Fascinating. Did not know that.
Mike,
yes, sir.
Mike, I had Judy in my name and I couldn't turn it into Judith.
Oh, it's unfortunate when that happens, but sometimes that's how that goes. There's also so many paintings of Judith and Holofernes, which is another. This is one of them. I forget who the artist is, but I did pull it in. All right, great job, everybody. Let's see what that round looked like. Barbara, 6 out of 8. Good job. Ellen in second place. Pam and Frank, good job. And then fourth place looks like Jeff, Fran and Sam, and the Schaefers. Where we are at with the overall rankings, Jeff still in first place by about 160 points. Jesse in second, Fran and Sam in third. There's still time to catch up because we have 2 more rounds of trivia.
Mike, can I?
Yes, sir.
The question?
Yeah.
The gourd? You
yes.
had Job for the answer?
I did.
I believe the answer is Jonah.
You may be right. Do I have to go back and fix that?
I would double check.
Did I mean Jonah?
That's on the gourd looking out on Nineveh.
I think you are right. Oh, man, you're right. It wasn't Job. It was Jonah. Well, wait a second. What was Job's situation yeah, it was Jonah. You're right. All right. So I'm going to go back and fix that. Bear with me a second. And I'm going to give Jonah, because I did it wrong, I'm going to give both of them. And we're going to edit that. And we're going to make it Jonah. Oh, I hate being corrected, but I love it when other people are right. An already correct answer cannot be updated in any correct answer terms. Yeah, fine. Okay, we're good. Okay, so hopefully we have. I have to switch that back. Sorry. This is all happening in the background, so don't worry. It's all fine. Okay, so the points are now going to be reflected. Let's see where we're at. So doesn't really change that much, although Sam and Fran, you did get an extra question correct. You got 8 of 8 correct. Good job. I understand now why you wanted to make that point. And you are in second place. You've pulled ahead of Jesse by virtue of that one question. Impressive. Oh, very sneaky, Silvermans. Okay.
Hey, Mike.
Yep.
I wish I could correct a call that easily.
I know, isn't it amazing? This is like cyberbullying. You can go and give somebody a strike if they pick up the spare. You can do it. You can change it. All right, we're going to the next round. The next round is Brooklyn Trivia. Alan and everybody, it's Brooklyn Trivia. So just like last time when we had a round of Brooklyn Trivia, these are going to be a little bit obscure. Some of them everyone will know. Some of them nobody will know. We'll see how it goes.
Man, I'm glad I banked a little lead.
You'll see how it goes.
Why did you pick on me? Where's Ron?
Well, Ron's not here. I got to go with you.
All right.
I can't. I got to go with the assistant official Bro star.
Hit.
Well, Ron, I mean, believe me, I had questions that were supposed to be in this round that Ron specifically gave away in his talk about famous Jews from Brooklyn. I gotta get together with that guy before we do these things. All right, moving on. Game will begin in 10 seconds. These questions are all about Brooklyn. Question number 1. Which one of these famous talkers was not born in Brooklyn? Not born in Brooklyn. Larry King, Joy Behar, Jason Alexander, or Jerry Seinfeld? Which one of these was not born in Brooklyn? Do 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 do. 5 seconds. We mostly split the difference between Jason Alexander and Jerry Seinfeld, but the correct answer is Jason Alexander. Jerry Seinfeld was in fact born in Brooklyn. I think possibly in Greenpoint, but I'm not sure that's true. Or maybe Sheepshead Bay, but he was born in Brooklyn. Jason Alexander was born in Queens. Is that right? No, sorry. Jason Alexander was born in Newark, New Jersey. I did write that one down. Newark, New Jersey. Jason Alexander. All right. Question number 2 about Brooklyn. When the Nets officially moved to Brooklyn, Alan, they became the first major league pro franchise in the borough in how many years? 47, 55, 62, or 51? The Brooklyn Nets, first major league pro franchise in the borough. How long since that had been the case? And with 5 seconds left, we can see a mix of 47, 55, and 62. The correct answer, 55 years between the Dodgers leaving and the Nets arriving. We don't count the Cyclones or, in fact, any of the minor league or ABA basketball teams. They're not major league pro franchises. But that is the gap should be the gap between the Nets and the Dodgers.
You overrate me, Mike, because I didn't know what year they moved here, so I couldn't do the math.
Oh, well, I was prepared. I thought you
Yes,
might
you
get it, but you never know. All right, question number 3. This one Ron would have gotten. Brooklyn's official motto is in Dutch. What is it? Eendracht macht macht, mecht macht. He, ik loop hier. Ik kan geen hap meer eten. Or betal nuit dit hel handel. Which one of these is the official Brooklyn motto in Dutch? 20 seconds. My throat hurts now from just trying to say those. So I'm very curious what people's answers are here. The live answers, 5 of you said Indracht macht macht. 2 said ik loop hier. 6 said ik kan geen hap meer eten. And 3 said betal nuit detail handle. I will tell you what they all mean in reverse order. Or no, I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to say A is correct. The correct answer is Eendracht macht macht, which means unity makes strength. The others mean, respectively, hey, I'm walking here. I couldn't eat another bite and never pay retail. And the 3 of you who picked that as the motto will talk after we see me after class. Good job. Good job, everybody. All right, moving on to question number 4. I knew that one was going to be tough. 96 Berry Street is the address of Brooklyn's oldest continuously operating laundry, bar, theater, or delicatessen. Laundry, bar, theater, or delicatessen. Boom, 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 boom. I haven't been to 96 Berry Street. I just know that this is factual. All right. The answers that you picked, most of you, A plurality of you said bar. You were right. It is, in fact, it's Teddy's Bar and Grill. It opened initially as an Irish tavern and then was the Peter Dolger Brewery tasting room for quite some time, which is interesting. But it has been a bar or tavern this whole time since 1887. All right, question 5. The playground on Avenue P near Ocean Parkway is named for which former resident of Brooklyn? Is it Jerry Stiller, Adam Yauch, Jerry Seinfeld, or David Marcus? 20 seconds. Eleven answers. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. 18 answers. What did we think it was? We thought, it was a mix, but 8 of you said David Marcus, Mickey Marcus, of course, Colonel Marcus, aka General Mickey Marcus, a martyr of the War of Independence. He grew up in Brooklyn. He was not born in Brooklyn, and the park is named for him. There is a different park in Brooklyn named for Adam Yauch, who was MCA of the Beastie Boys.
Mike?
But it is, yes, sir.
He is probably the only, if not one of the very few, but I think he's the only person buried at the West Point Cemetery who died in defense of a country other than the United States.
Of a third country, yes, that is a second country. Yes, that is almost certainly true. And he also, if Ron were here, he would say his widow was for a time a member of Temple Beth Emeth. Is that? I think
that is
right.
Absolutely correct. Rabbi Arfa used to recognize her every Friday night in the congregation, in the audience.
Yeah, they lived in Prospect Park, Seth.
There you go. All right. Moving on. Question number 6. The Knickerbocker Field Club, mere blocks from Beshert, allows members to practice what sport? Is it lawn bowling, tennis, miniature golf, or archery? I happen to know that one of the people participating in tonight's quiz is a member of the Knick. But there's a very long waiting list. So, what did we think? Most of you thought it was tennis. Most of you are correct. It is tennis. There are 5 courts of tennis over at the Knickerbocker Field Club, which sits on Tennis Court. That is the street that you go down to get to the Knick. The waiting list at the moment is approximately 5 years long to become a member of the Knickerbocker Field Club. Just sad.
Mike,
But
you can actually see that tennis court from the Q train.
yes, the Q train. Well, you can look up towards it because the Q train goes through the cut there. But the member I was thinking of is Jeffrey Levinson. Thumbs up. Is anyone else who's here a member of the Knick? No. Okay. Awesome. Next question. Question 7. The Coignit building, which is adjacent to the Gowanus Whole Foods on 3rd Avenue and 3rd Street, was originally a showcase for what? Was it carved limestone, stone and steel, fireproof construction, or molded concrete? This building, landmarked, still remains there at the corner. The Whole Foods was built around it. Five seconds. Well, most of you said carved limestone. Unfortunately, the correct answer is molded concrete. Coignet is French for concrete. And this was a new technique, a new building material that was at the time very innovative. And you can look at that building today and see the various styles on the outside of the building, all made with molded concrete. Good job, the 4 of you got that right. All right, final question. Yeah, good job, Freema. I can see how excited you are. Final question, question 8. Which writer, famous writer, penned several works while renting a room at 70 Willow Street in Brooklyn Heights? Was it Jules Pfeiffer, Truman Capote, Bob Woodward, or Jack London? 20 seconds. Fun fact, at the time, the building was owned by Oliver Smith, who is a set designer for Broadway, who designed the original sets for several musicals, including West Side Story, Guys and Dolls, and On the Town, which I did not want to say before the timer ran out, because it would give you a sense of the time that this happened. The, in fact, correct answer is Truman Capote, who wrote In Cold Blood and Breakfast at Tiffany's while he was a tenant in this townhouse, which still stands today and still a single family home, I believe. All right, that's the end of our Brooklyn round. Good job, everyone. This round, Zelda came out first, Z-Man was second, and Eric was third. Good job to our Brooklynites, our Brooklyn Mavens. And that gives us a multi-game ranking. Jeff still in first place, Fran and Sam in second place, Jesse in third place. We're going to head to the final round, but we're going to take a 2-minute break to refill our beverages, get more popcorn, stretch our fingers, and take the opportunity, if you would like, to make a donation at bashert.org/donate or sign up for the benefit concert at bashert.org/Nefesh Mountain. I will be right back, and everybody take your quick break. We'll be back in a minute.
No, he's not. Okay. He got up. Oh, no, I was going to ask Eric something, but he's on the phone. So.
Hey, he's off the phone.
Okay. Maybe
Okay, we're going to be fully back in just a second. But before we do that, we have to play our obligatory Good job, everybody. Good dancing along. Very impressive. Love it. All right. Do we have everybody back? Who's not back? If you're not back, say so in the chat. This is a good ad for Torah Study. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Pam. Esau can't catch a break. This is just like the story. Yes, it's a very good point. He everywhere, at every turn, he is foiled. All right. Our
Wait, did you say
yep.
boiled?
Foiled, not boiled.
Okay. And can you tell me something else? How much
Yes.
this wonderful app that lets us play this game, do you know how much it costs?
I do know how much it costs. So we have it for a year. It is $300, which is what we have. You can also get it by the month, but we're going to be using it all year long. So you can use it in person, hopefully, for trivia games and contests. You can have all sorts of competitions, HQ style. You can do polls. You can do different stuff with it. And anyone who is interested in using it for one of your events, let me know. I'm happy to walk you through it, and maybe even host for you if you want me to. We could talk about it. It depends on the amount of time and when you need to do it. But Emma is definitely going to be using it for some outreach events and for youth group as well. So
Mike, that means we have 28 participants here.
Correct.
So if you guys can be nice enough to donate somewhere between $10 and $15, we'll have covered the cost and kick in a few shekels for the stained glass fund. So that would be good.
Wouldn't that be nice?
For you, so we know that it's affordable.
And in fact, some folks did already donate on Eventbrite before tonight. So we do have, I think, $50 or $60 in that particular kitty. So thank you for those of you who donated in advance, and anybody who wants to contribute now. Of course, it's fine. If you want to contribute, that's great. If you don't, that's great. But to Pam's point, if everybody was able to throw in $10 or so, we would be covering our cost and then a little bit more. All right. Thank you, Pam, for that commercial announcement. Just a reminder of some of the other things that are coming up over the next couple of weeks. And Eric is here, so I could even ask him to do the announcements, but I'm not going to. So tomorrow, of course, we have our poetry study at 7 p.m., followed by services at 8. On Saturday, we have religious school and biyachad in the morning, followed by Shabbat services. On Sunday, we have the Arza committee doing a program entitled Israel is Way Too Important to Be Left Only to Israelis, which you can sign up for on Eventbrite. Gentle Chair Yoga continues. On the 20th, we have, that's a rehearsal for Sing and Swing. Sing and Swing isn't coming up just yet. The following Sunday, the 25th, we have Linda Feller's Dolls from Around the World program, which is going to be astonishing and awesome. Lag BaOmer is coming up on the 30th. Yes, we are in the middle. Doreen, I will put the link there for you. I'm sorry. It is beshert.org/donate. Thank you for asking. And that will take you to Shul Cloud, so you don't have to worry about getting to Shul Cloud directly. Lag BaOmer comes up on the 30th of this month, which is a Friday. So we have Tech Study Shabbat and Biyachad. May 1st at 7 p.m. is the Spring, Sing, and Swing. May 1st, also, there is a membership committee, Spring Sing Along. That's the same thing. And then on May 8th is the concert. So we have
second too.
May 2nd is Tracing Your Jewish Roots.
Yeah.
Correct? Yes.
Yes.
Book group on the May 5th, and then the big benefit concert on the 8th. There is so much going on. We scarcely have time to talk about it all and still get in our last round of trivia. Okay, this is the final round, everybody. And this one is a special round. It is called Which Came First? So in every question, you're looking to answer which of these 4 things came first. And they're going to be different categories. So some of them you'll know, some of them you won't. But we're going to give it a shot. All right, ready? Here we go to the next round. The trivia game will begin shortly in 10 seconds. Roll the dice. Here we go. Question number 1. Roll the dice and take a guess. Which of these classic board games was released first by a major publisher? Chutes and Ladders, Monopoly, Candyland, or Sorry? Which of these board games came first? Surprisingly enough, the answer is Sorry. Nobody got that one right. Sorry is the oldest of the board games. It was first sold in the US in 1934, beating Monopoly by a year. which was introduced in 1935. Candyland is the last one from 1948. All right. These questions start right away, so you got to read and listen fast. Question 2. Which of these social media sites launched first? Which is the oldest? Facebook, Friendster, MySpace, or LinkedIn? Believe it or not, the oldest of these is Friendster. Friendster. 6 of you got that right. Who uses Friendster still? Nobody. It's gone. Sad to say. MySpace still around though. So yes, Friendster was launched in 2002. Crazy. All right. Question number 3 is about James Bond films. Which of these James Bond films was released first? Thunderball, Goldfinger, From Rush with Love, or Dr. No? Dr. No. Yes, 8 of you got that correct. Dr. No is the oldest of these Bond films. And of course, was Sean Connery. James Bond. I personally am really looking forward to the newest James Bond film if it ever comes out. We are waiting and waiting and waiting. Okay. Question number 4 is about United States. Which of these states joined the Union first? Alabama, Florida, Arkansas, or Wisconsin? Which of these states joined the Union first? Interesting. The correct answer is not Florida. It is Alabama. Alabama joined the U.S. before those other 3 states. In fact, let's see if I can do this. Yeah, so Alabama joined in 1819, Arkansas 25th, Florida 27th, Wisconsin was the 30th. Crazy. All right. Question number 5 is about NASA and spaceflight. So let's put on our thinking caps. Which of these NASA... Wow, goodness gracious. That was loud. Which of these was the first crewed flight? Gemini, Apollo, Skylab, or Mercury? And we'll finish the space shuttle video. That was Discovery, the return to space on Discovery. Okay, wow, that was super loud. The answers you gave included Gemini and Mercury mostly. Skylab was not a mission; it was a space station, preceded the International Space Station, in fact. And fun fact about Skylab, I had a chunk of Skylab in lucite as a paperweight from when it disintegrated. I gave it away. I hope the person I gave it to really likes it. No, the correct answer was the Mercury mission, Mercury 7. John Glenn, Shepard, Wally Schirra, Gordon Cooper. I cannot remember all the Mercury 7. It's bad. All right. From the sublime of spacefight to the ridiculous of the funny pages. Which of these cartoon strips debuted first? Peanuts, Dennis the Menace, The Family Circus, or The Born Loser? Let's see what you answered. Most of you said Dennis the Menace. The correct answer is Peanuts. Peanuts debuted in 1950, a year before Dennis the Menace and The Family Circus. By the way, if you find yourself in Santa Rosa, California, the Charles M. Schulz Museum, the Peanuts Museum, is there in Santa Rosa, and you should go visit it. It's remarkable. When it's open, it's absolutely remarkable and worth checking out. And the director of education is a friend of mine. So if you go there and say, hey, Mike sent me to say hello to Jessica, please do that. I'm sure she would appreciate it. Awesome. Okay. We have 2 more questions. We're going to see what happens. This one is going to be about sports, and specifically about which of these teams began playing first. Of these expansion teams, which one began playing before the others? The Texans, the Rays, the Pelicans, or the Las Vegas Golden Knights? It's sports night in America. Your responses, most of you said the Rays, and that's correct. The Tampa Bay Rays joined MLB in 1998, and all the rest started after the turn of the century. All right, you've been a great round of participants. We have 3 more questions, and then we're done with the entire competition. This one is about cars. This next question is about cars, and specifically car brands. Which of these car brands rolled off the assembly line before the others? Ferrari, Jaguar, Lamborghini, or Porsche? Which is the oldest of these car brands? Well, most of you said Jaguar, or sorry, most of you said Porsche. Some of you said Jaguar. The ones of you who said Jaguar are correct. The Jaguar brand was in 1935. The rest are somewhat later. Okay. Question 9 coming up. Question 9 is about presidents. Presidents and presidents in the 20th century. Which of these presidents was born first? Carter, Reagan, Kennedy, or Nixon? Which of these presidents was born first? Tricky one. Most of you said Reagan. Most of you were correct, but in fact, Reagan was the oldest of the 6 presidents who preceded him, except for Lyndon Johnson, who was only a couple years older than Reagan was. Reagan was old. Anyway, it's an impressive stat. Okay, we're here. We're at the last question, and this one, of course, it's the last question. It's about shopping. We're going to talk about shopping. Of these national chain department stores, which one opened first? Nordstrom, Macy's, Neiman Marcus, or J.C. Penney? Points for the clueless gif. The answer is not Alicia Silverstone. Most of you said Macy's. That is correct. Macy's opened in 1858. Good job. Let's see the results for that round. Mara with 273, the Schaefers with 262, Jeff coming in third with 239. We have Eric in fourth place, Matt Holland, Karen, Z-Man, Pam and Frank, Barbara. Great work by everybody, but I think the final tally is a little bit of a foregone conclusion. Drum roll, everybody. Virtual drum roll. The winner is of the second Brotherhood Trivia Night, Jeff Levinson, with a dominating, nearly wire-to-wire performance, 2,300 points. Mara in second place with 2,142, and the Schaefers teaming up, all 3 of them, to come in third place with 2,056. Wonderful job, everybody. Thank you so much for playing. We will be back again with another edition of Brotherhood Trivia, but now it is time for me to stop sharing and stop the trivia game and let you all have a chance to schmooze and complain about the judging. So thank you all for playing.
I would just like to thank my family, God, of course, and all the little people who made this possible.
Wow.
Supposed to say all the little people you stepped on to get there.
Congratulations, Jeff. You rock.
Good job. I mean, keep in mind, in Jeff's house, considering how tall Max is now, he's one of the little people, so he really should be careful the kind of aspersions he casts.
I've always been one of the little people.
Well, yeah, not in your heart, which is where it counts. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Sorry, go ahead.
Mike, can you just give me 1 second? I want to thank you. You were
Oh.
just fantastic. I mean,